Welcome.
Welcome.
Another
Welcome,
news
welcome.
day.
We're gonna have to update that intro to 2 years.
Yeah, true.
Oh yeah,
We're a
That's
month
crazy.
away.
Oh my God!
wild.
Guess what? Let me announce to Alpha. If you approve of this, you're gonna. Well, if you don't approve, you're gonna have to shoot it down right here, Tyler. But I have I have a name for the next TV CNFT Nasus.
Oh,
This is it. Now that's what I call TV CNFT Nasus Volume 2.
oh my God. Did you come up? You came up with that yourself?
Yeah.
Damn,
It
that's
came
amazing.
like a vision from Jesus too.
The thing about TBC and FT Nasus is that those letters meant something, but I feel like we're gonna lose what they meant because we're shortening it. It's not gonna be quite as
No, it's not
insane
gonna
as
have
last
all those
year,
things.
right?
We're just
Yeah.
gonna do
It
FOMO
won't
games and
be
awards.
everything, but it'll still be called
True.
It'll
TBC
be
and FT
everything.
Nasus. It's now the name of it. It's no longer an acronym. It's just,
And we've got a built-in way for the graphic to look because it just gets to
Oh,
look like
yeah.
now. That's what I call music.
yeah, we'll have to make one. That sounds pretty good.
Knock up.
That sounds fun. Yeah, well, we're glad to have you back, Tyler. I understand you're wrapping up
Been
your
working
big
your arse
project.
off.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Hopefully.
Cheers.
Cheers.
We like our Tylers ambitious and out there, being scrappy.
Yeah,
But we'll
That's
accept
great.
it.
Yeah, we've added a pink light to our background, so
And a new
we're
piece.
real streamers now.
Impressive. Yeah.
That's right.
Yes.
Oh,
So-
right.
Gorgeous. And we got a great show. We've got news
Drops
and
that.
a guest, so it's like a real show again.
And a guest on their launch day.
That's right. This is a big one.
Oh,
We got the hot ticket. We got the launch day
Uh-huh.
ticket.
That's right. So backstage, we got the team from DropSpot, and we're going to be bringing them out for some nonsense and some news in just a minute here. But it's very cool. We're excited to get into it with
I'm gonna
them.
do a tweet.
We're going to be tweeting about it. We're pulling out all the stops today.
Like and subscribe.
Yeah, that's right. All right, so let's do it. I say we just bring them out
Let's get
and let's
nonsensical.
roll. So I'm going to hit the nonsense button, and then that will summon them. Wait, where's my nonsense button? Here it is. Welcome.
welcome.
Hello, everyone.
Everybody wave.
Good.
Jazz hands.
Great. Well, welcome. We're
We're
glad to
actually gonna
have
do a wave and like
Oh my
order
gosh.
everyone.
Oh, that would be. But are we all
the
in different
advanced.
order?
No, I think it's all the same.
Okay. Wait, wrong way.
I guess
Oh, the wave. Yeah, that's better.
it's like this.
Okay.
Shit.
Tyler, Barely.
We did it. We got the circle anyway.
We all
I
did,
like
yeah.
it.
That's a
That's
little
what happens on
good
Zoom.
nonsense.
It's not quite as intuitive.
good nonsense.
Or, excuse me, Streamlabs. This is Streamlabs company now.
All right, Michael Phillips, let's go DropSpot. That's right. Let's go. So we're going to hear more about what DropSpot is. It's a marketplace. But first, we'll do a little bit of nonsense. So we have some prepared on our end, and Allie's brought the nonsense herself as well. So let's start
We've
with
never had someone do that.
exactly.
Let me just
That's pretty
say,
good.
a fine job, Allie.
Let's start with our nonsense.
So my nonsense is like a goal. This isn't even that nonsensical, but it's a would you rather, so it gets piled in.
Yeah.
Would you rather be able to eat anything you want and have it be perfect nutrition,
It's good.
or have to only sleep 1 hour a day and be fully rested as if you slept 8?
Sleep.
Both are good.
You would rather the 1 hour of sleep.
Yeah, easy. That's the easiest. Would you rather ever heard?
Decadence.
I want to
know.
eat whatever I want for sure. I want the perfect nutrition.
That's the decadence angle, and then the other is rest. Oof, tough. What do you guys
because
think?
I'm assuming I can also just like pound energy drinks and have it be kind of fine, right? Like
But
they're
well,
not.
What do you guys think?
Well, it's interesting actually because like food does fuel you. So would it wake you up and make you feel like you've been rested
would
and
imagine.
Yeah, certain things.
balanced? But if you're sleeping at and what you eat just ends up weighing you down, like that would be an interesting thing. Like I know
That's a good point.
I have not been healthy on either spectrum. Nose on one side of my bed, and then I have, the alarm clock to remind me that I am sleeping an hour or two lately. But I also have some broccoli in the fridge, so trying to get like both balanced.
You're good there.
Totally
Important. So what do you guys think? What would you choose?
I look, for me, I go the boring one, but sleep every single time. It's I almost only have an hour's sleep anyway at night. So,
So that would just perfect your current schedule.
Yeah, it's not much of a choice, but yeah, look, I mean, it's obviously great. Yeah, the more waking hours, the better, I think. Life is fun, right, for all of us. So yeah, the more we can be awake, the more fun there is to have, and the more beauty we can observe and create. So yeah, I'd go sleep every time.
True.
But other people are going to be, for me, other people are going to be asleep generally, and I don't want to get a lot of sleep. I know that's true. I don't want to get a lot of sleep like the sleep sounds good right now, but I know that once Desmond is older, I would much rather the food thing. So long term, the food thing.
I think I would choose to sleep, but be one of those people that eats in their sleep. So yeah,
so it would cut you. You would get 2 for 1.
Yeah, the rule breaker over there.
Totally.
Good, yeah.
I'm tired, Mum. So yeah, I guess I'd sleep. I've done way too much party in my lifetime, so I think I need to catch up.
Yeah, I can dig that. Yeah, it brings up interesting questions. Could you eat a pine cone and have perfect nutrition, like some sand? Like what does it require here?
It's still got to be something that you would normally eat. Yeah, I mean, it's got to be normal.
A glass of water. Well,
it's not gonna make you. It's gonna give you what you would like. I don't know.
Is it
whatever.
like Lemba
It just knows. It just knows. It communes with your body.
Yeah. Well, I think I get that. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, sleep is good now, but food would probably be better. Well, I don't know. I gotta go with sleep. Can't ever get enough sleep. All right, let's go. Well, let's journey to the campfire, Allie.
Yeah, gather around the campfire, everyone.
So I'm a weird nerd, and anytime I go to there's a store around here. It's called Fireworks. They have them sometimes in airports, but they have like little knickknacks that are off the beaten path, I guess. Mm-hmm. So I found this one called Campfire, and it is a Would You Rather edition game.
Yes.
And so they also have this really cool like gentleman's hardware, like tarot card look to them.
That's white, black.
Oh yeah, cute.
It's very
compass rose
exciting.
On it.
I can't wait.
Gonna dig in. I have these for all kinds of things, like girlfriend parties, dinner, date conversations.
Girl, bring that to CNFT Con.
True.
Oh yeah, there's
bring
gonna be
the girl one.
So let's see. First up on the list is going to be the black card.
Ooh.
Would you rather only speak exactly what's on your mind, or
so it's like mix and match.
Interesting.
Like that. Speak exactly what's on your mind, or
that we're in the Web3 space. Would you rather live on a planet dominated by apes? It definitely does very well with Web3.
I feel like I'm already in a planet dominated by apes.
I generally keep it on my mind, so I'll stick with that.
Get in 5 minutes both ways, right?
Yeah.
Try to be straightforward.
Yeah. I tend to do that, but sometimes I feel like I'm misunderstood. What kind of repercussions happen with my mind?
Yeah.
I think there's ways to speak what's on your mind that it's still tactful. That's what I've learned.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Or as my mom has taught me, to speak with my eyes, and people wouldn't really know what I'm talking about. But my mom and I, we have a whole language just based off of the facial expressions. I'm like, I know what you're thinking. And then she's like, stop reading my mind.
Yeah. Can't wait to see what kind of language we have.
I know, right?
Y'all look so cool. Y'all are like all black and white,
Yeah, good.
Y'all did y'all know about this?
You guys dressed coordinate?
I'm jealous of your I saw your buttons and said, damn.
Very
Awesome.
nice.
All right, well, let's go to the main segment here. We're going to play the next intro, which is special guest. So please welcome our special guest, Drop Spot.
You're gonna love them. You're gonna love them.
Welcome.
And
Once
happy
again.
launch day.
That's right. So this is the launch day. Wow. How long have you guys been working on this thing?
DropSpot's been a Labor legacy and something we've been doing for a long time. Basically, organizationally, we kicked off around the same time, and I'm sure a lot of you guys were around then, but at the same time that Cardano kicked into native coins. From memory, I think it was a Mary release. So that was a few Februarys ago now for us. But look, basically, yeah, me personally, Cardano, like I remember when I got into crypto, basically I was it was summer in Australia, and I actually left my family earlier because I had an 8-hour drive up the coast, and I was just keen to get into the crypto YouTube straight, right? I just learned
crypto YouTube.
I remember that time not wanting to leave for any amount of time.
Yeah, so it's definitely been born from a massive passion with crypto in general, and I think that all ties us all together personally anyway. As we've been sort of becoming more public in the Cardano community, that's the best thing that every single one of our team members is basically saying is like, we're meeting so many amazing people and there's so much alignment. But that's the crypto side with respect to why Cardano. Like I reckon I was one of the first people that ended up seeing, you know, the infamous Charles whiteboard sessions, but a lot of the philosophy and things that he said then that still resonate within the community and are still being driven through the strategy of Cardano is what definitely brought myself into the space. I'm personally married to a fine artist as well. A lot of our friends and natural networks, Laura being one of them, Ali who's just joined us, are very artistic in general, creatives naturally. They're very social beings as well. And I think they're all the things that NFTs end up doing for us as individuals as well. There's an intersection of technology. There's the connectivity side of things. You know, there's the what would I call it? Almost the anarchist, right? In terms of the self-sovereign, we'll do things our way, the way we want to do it. So DropSpot in general is definitely the melting pot of all of those philosophies. And we've spent a good 12 months, I'd say 12 to a little bit more, also building up the platform to a point at which we could then start onboarding and migrating from no longer being a platform, but now an organization of people and culture. And that's what I think that this space needs with respect to, we love talking from a technical point of view, but that's why it's so refreshing to have people and great individuals and human beings like it's me, Queenie, and also Ali Illustrated to come on and represent that. We've been on a few spaces recently, and it's definitely been apparent how refreshing almost that real world attitude can sometimes be.
Oh my God, it really is.
Yeah.
Say, like,
especially in the bear, right? When it's native, culture is what's native.
You need both. You need.
And it needs to be balanced, and I think it's great. I personally love. I'll talk the tech off any tech for a good 12 hours, right? I love it, but ultimately, I think as the space matures and migrates into the real world, it'll be less about tech, more about what we do with the technology. So that's I guess the background. So with respect to what DropSpot is now and where we're headed. It started out with one simple goal in mind, and that's to bring, as I've just discussed, you know, the cultural aspect into Cardano via NFTs and via what initially started out as a minting platform with DropSpot, where our first iteration ended up being what we term our creator launchpad, and that has one goal in mind: to make it very, very easy to bring anybody into the Cardano space, and to make it even easier for them to mint and participate. And launch NFTs via smart contracts via our website. We've done that, I think, extremely well over the last 6 months. We had we'd almost call it a soft launch in December, But since then, we've minted over 60 artists internationally, much to the help of, again, it's me, Queenie, and Ali. So I'll pass it over to them in a sec. I'll just I won't stop talking. But as we evolve as a marketplace, we want to broaden our wings a little bit. So this release that we had today was, I guess, a milestone in that respect, where we're looking to broaden from the creator only, I guess, mindset, and broaden into the broader NFT trading categories.
Yeah.
While also maintaining and staying very true to where we've come from. And so this is our first iteration of broadening right up. And we also look forward to releasing a slew of new features and functionality over the coming days, weeks, and months for the community. So that's us in a tea.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. I want to hear anything that y'all want to add to that, and then I have something I just want to ask after.
Well, how can you follow that? That was just
true.
Together, like, our whole journey.
Magic flow is just so poetic.
It was magic flow.
Well, sometimes I think it's after the second coffee. Sometimes I can't
after
speak.
the third, it's too much, but the second, that's peak.
You don't get to speak often, but when you do, God, it's poetic.
Yeah, so we're glad that you're speaking with us today. That's so great. I mean, just hearing about that this has been such a long-term project.
Yeah.
Finally, today, it's all exploding out into the world. It's so fun. Oh, here we go. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's keyboard, inmates.
So, like, explain some about what DropSpot is doing differently.
There's a few things with DropSpot in general. Like, number one, as I said, from a cultural point of view, we definitely resourced the business and the platform up to engage with the community. So that's, and again, I can answer that two ways, and I will from a platform and a usability point of view in a sec, but certainly from a cultural point of view, we're resourcing up to really engage with creators, the artistic community, the trading community, and project owners as well. So what we've learned quite well, and this is more Ellie and Laura than me, but there's a certain, I guess, way of dealing with creators with respect to the sensitivities and so forth. But what that's done for us as an organization is really forced us into a tight engagement model with anybody that we work with. And we want to basically extend that up into the broader trading community. But what we've also done with this platform as we open up our broader trading is we've implemented what we're terming supercubes. And supercubes are effectively NFTs that are locked up, not locked up, they're held in one of our smart contracts that enable founders or project owners or policy holders to come along and effectively subscribe to the platform, as opposed to traders basically paying commission. So one thing that DropSpot does in general is it flips the commercial model on its head a little bit. So like all other platforms, we'll continue to have a standard platform fee. But for any projects that would like to come along and offer their community a free trade environment, that's one big thing that DropSpot does. And that's what's been packaged into this release. So we think that's really cool. That doesn't make sense for all projects up and down, the top 2,000. But there certainly is a commercial level somewhere amongst there, and we're finding a lot of reception amongst the projects with respect to, should 1,000 ADA over a month, will that cover off the commissions that my community may otherwise have extracted from other platforms? And that can get quite extensive the further up you go. So we feel that, and there's different levels of supercubes, but we think that's quite an innovative way of releasing a marketplace. It's going to drive liquidity. The more expensive NFTs you list, the more comes out in commission, the more you end up saving on the DropSpot platform. We feel that it'll excite the community. One thing I'll point you towards is a live listener as well while we're demoing. But if you click on collections at the top left,
great.
Probably, down the bottom right, there's a little button. I think it's hidden. So there's a live listener involved in the application.
Damn, that's cool.
Are happening in real time.
Awesome. That's so
Yeah, like listings, delistings, relistings. So we're really trying to create that immersion or immersive experience.
make it feel more like a community, like you can have your finger on the pulse of what's actually happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel disconnected right now. It feels like you've got to be like in Discord
it's gotta
to
be
know
Discord.
what's going on.
You gotta be jammed in some Discord or another.
Yeah.
And we got some exciting things as well. We're having a chat with Louis from Zatako, and he's got that wallet messenger where you can sort of message.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He'd offered that up as well, so that's a little bit of alpha that we're not openly talking about just yet. But that's something, all those little things.
Oh man.
Yeah, so cool. People are using it. You can see it. It's popping up. 3 things just appeared.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's pretty nifty. And look, like Plutus art as well. That one you've got your mouse on. That's the Sin Circles by the guys out of Blockchain. That's on chain generative art. We were one of that animated purple star.
Yeah.
Oh, this guy. Okay.
Yeah, and if you hover over those, they're just entrancing and beautiful.
Yeah.
Wow.
That wasn't a
That's
mint on our platform, but that's an example of just presenting the on-chain art as it's meant to be presented. And we're proud of that as well.
Yeah.
If you flick it into dark mode, it's a lot more immersive as well. On the top right, I really like that.
Especially for these guys.
Oh yeah.
Now, where it says sold there, what can you tell me about that? What does that mean?
Oh, that was just a recent mint. So this one minted out.
So it was listed. It was minted through Dropspot.
Not by Dropspot. So this is an example of us being on the secondary market.
Okay. So somebody put it up and it was sold, and it's just kind of sitting there to let you know that it happened, or like.
Well, you want to be able to have a look at the NFTs or browse the NFTs. I think we're actually getting a small layout bug there, but in the top left, we've got the text hiding. It's such a shame, but there are filters on the left that aren't being shown. Yeah. So you could put it into buy mode or into.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, we've just got.
Okay.
We're hot off the press here.
Yeah, for sure. Totally.
Yeah, you've live called out on a small cosmetic, so we'll jump all over that.
It's launch day.
That's right.
Yeah.
But no, look, appreciate the demo. But I'll stop talking, please, and I'll pass it. I'd love to hear from Laura and Ali.
Yeah, Laura actually has a really beautiful way as to highlighting what makes us different, especially with her background. So I'll let her chime in first. I've been on the news plenty of times, so absolutely. Share the love.
Hi guys, so nice to meet you. Thank you so much.
You
too. So worth getting up at 4 a.m. to do this.
I've heard you're awesome.
Thank you so much.
I think I saw you on a women's panel one time.
Yeah, Ali, earlier, a few months ago, actually organised for Cardano Foundation, didn't you, for us to be on?
That's the one.
That was really cool. Down here in Australia, although a native Brit, probably why I'm, London girl wearing black. So it's not really the dress code, but it works for us and Dropspot. I've known Magic Flow for many, many years. And when he started to kind of bring me in on the alpha, it just I'm a noob. I'm only 8 months.
It's true though.
It's right. It's correct.
Ali and I are always giggling about that. He's when Magic Flow started to bring me in on that, and he's been building it for 2 years. So it's been a really beautiful process to watch, and just kind of take in by osmosis, right? So the reason we ended up kind of coming together in a professional sense was because of my background. So whilst I have no shame of saying I'm a noob, I'm 8 or 9 months in.
I mean, the whole space has existed for about 3 times that long.
You're a vet, mate. You're an absolute vet.
Yeah, you've been here for a third of the life.
I had already heard of you.
Well, there's not many so that also plays in my favor, right? So just wheel us out.
That's right.
Wheel us out. Finally, we get to play the cards we were dealt.
Hell yeah.
Feels like all for that. So yeah, I do have you know, as young and youthful as I look, I do have 20 years or more. God, I left school when I was 15. Working in the creative industry, so I've worked, you know, in design and advertising, film production, photography, like Web2 in terms of like building an online professional network for creatives and creative businesses. I've done so much. I love tying everything together. I'm innately creative. Have, you know, a high EQ, passionate about people, and always been really good at connecting into the hearts of people. I can't do anything but be genuine. So there's that. And then I also, actually, when I was having my first baby, I'm moving back from London to Australia. I got approached to take the other art fair, which is a big, you know, more of kind of a affordable art fair. It's for emerging and unrepresented artists in real life, or IRL. I always struggle to say that. I think
I like to insert as many buzzwords as I can in the conversation. It's fun. It's our language.
Maybe just check my notes.
Yeah.
IRL.
I wrote it on the notes.
I struggle to say it because I roll my R's, really. Anyway, so yeah, I was approached to take this art fair to Australia when I was pregnant, and of course I was having my first baby, so yeah, of course I could do that. You know, I'll just
Speaking of babies,
we're taking I gotta take the baby to the doctor's appointment.
Yes, so
we're
so yeah.
Happy launch day. We love to support you, and I will watch this later. Have fun, y'all.
Take care. So I had a lot of experience with working with artists in real life. And so it was really good matrimony between me going from Web2 and creative industries and the arts, and then coming over to Web3. And you know, I was really excited to learn new things, but bring that, like I said, that wealth of experience and knowledge into the space, because you know, launching DropSpot, establishing not only because there was a gap in the market for highly curated art on Cardano, but you know, it's just a fantastic way to also establish a brand. You know, everyone, you know, art is so subjective, but we can all connect to it in our own unique ways. So it's been like I said, a really beautiful process to learn a new space, but also not feel too shy because of all that experience and just the innate ability to connect to humans, which is so necessary in traditionally in Web2 being cold. Web3 is so much warmer. We have these, you know, these face-to-face moments. We have these Twitter spaces. So yeah, it's exciting. And you know, grateful for being able to bring on so many. I have a lot of contacts all over the world, having been, you know, working in Europe and Australasia. So have, you know, great global networks. I was able to bring a lot of very high contemporary creatives, creators, artists to DropSpot for us to be able to open our doors for the soft launch for the Creator Launchpad. So yeah, it's been really exciting.
That's awesome, man. It sounds like it's everything that needed to be there. It's all coming together. You guys have built a team with, you know, lots of strong pillars, it seems, and I can't wait to see where it goes. So, DropSpot obviously is just launched now. What is coming? You know, we have lots of great features, but surely there are plans. What you know, what are we looking for in the future?
Actually, I would say, you know, obviously Magic Flow dropped some alpha earlier. If you guys were keen to listening on that one, best tip that I would recommend is be sure to follow DropSpot on Twitter. We are breaking news almost on the daily now, and you know, we have an Instagram, we've got Discord to ask any questions, give the feedback, of course, outside of, you know, watching us live and showcasing what things can be approved already. You can chime into some of that there. But talking about creators right now, we have a campaign that is NFT with Pride, which is giving a safe space and opportunity to just showcase another minority demographic that we have here in Web3. You know, when I first came on, if that's anything to mention, you know, I founded and started the initiative that is called Cardano Women, where I look to amplify the voices of women in the space. It's been really eye-opening for even ourselves as we emerge into Cardano or overall Web3. We're not at mass adoption yet, but we are building up towards that. And so giving the tools that we can for artists to spread their wings if they can. And in essence, that's what we're trying to do. I know that we've talked about it and we've heard the gripes and complaints of, you know, edition functionality and a few other things that we've been working on. We're just making sure that everything is ready to be used before we start breaking it all, you know? So yeah.
Yeah, I'll just add to that. I'll sort of drop. Yeah, Ali. Yeah, perfect additions. That's something that we have got in the burn, not in the burner, but something that we're working with internally at the moment. One thing that Ali's been big on for us organizationally is she's setting up a creator circle. So we're going to basically be road testing and running anything that we develop moving forward through a user group effectively to make sure that we hit the ground running, and make sure that any feedback's picked up. And that's another thing. It's about listening and trying to do our best to receive and act upon information. We are a smaller team, so we don't do it anywhere near as quickly as we'd like. Nothing happens yesterday. I wish it did, but it doesn't. But we're very excited to push out the editions and the open editions functionality, which will come soon. We won't give dates. We'll talk about it once it's there.
Yeah.
What will be sooner is something I'm proud about as well, is what we're terming liquid and staked offers. So that's something that'll work across both our creator launchpad and the secondary market. But the staked part of it is kind of cool because any offer you make on DropSpot will remain staked to your own wallet. So if I have $1,000 on offer, I'll continue to be earning my wallet or interest delegate rewards on that. So I think that's huge with adding liquidity. The liquid side of that is basically referring to the fact that I can make an offer with that same 1,000 ADA across 50 assets or 50 NFTs specifically. So right now, if I'm making an offer, I'm bound to that 1,000. It could be a collection offer, but also if I was after a group of assets or a specific group of assets, it'd be against one asset. I'd need 5,000 to effectively make an offer against 5 of those. On DropSpot, you can come on and pick out the 10 from a collection. If it's quick or if it's ADA inmates that you're after, I could pick 40 of those with that same 1,000, and the first one to be accepted wins. That is not live on the platform yet, but look out for that in the coming days. We think it'd be great for bringing liquidity in the buyer side platform as well as just the sellers. So playing the other side.
Yeah, right.
That's really interesting. Yeah, we haven't seen anything like that on any market. Yeah, I'm trying to make sense of how that works on Cardano. I don't think I'm there yet.
It's different. Think of a shopping cart. The cart experience, but banging up an order. Bang, 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 boom.
Wow. Damn, that's really exciting.
Yeah. So that'll come out shortly. Definitely internally, the guys are pretty excited about it, and we can't wait to release that as well. So, there's the drop. There's the alpha. Thanks, guys.
It's a pretty nice alpha. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. So I wanted to circle back to the site because we haven't really spent enough time on it, in my opinion. Maybe I'm just excited and want to look at it. But so. Queenie, you were saying that you guys had brought in some artists and whatnot. How do I find them? What would I do to find the one-of-one artists or more art, quote unquote, people? You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think normally you could go into the featured section or go into sections. You can do a search. I think since we're looking at the marketplace now, but there's another side to the site, which is the creator launchpad. Magic Flow, you might want to check it. This is looking very last 24 hours.
There's a lot that's changed overnight. So your mouse is over is that my mouse on the one-on-one? So there's a one-on-one category we've got there on the far left.
Sure.
You can also see the Pride. So they're some of our great one-on-one artists that have released recently. Eclipse was recently almost sold out in 24 hours. Ocular Odyssey is another mint of 50 from an artist, I think in where's he from? My apologies. It's escaped. Yeah, but that's a fantastic show as well. And yeah, obviously the Pride campaign, it's all highlighted on our banner. So we'll rotate between what appears on the upper fold. But yeah, we've got our Pride that Laura and Ali were instrumental in putting together. And just scrolling down again, where we keep those collections at the forefront. So you've got, obviously the Super Cubes trading for free. We've got our one-on-one drops, which is everything that comes from the launch pad.
Great. Yeah, wow. Some really cool stuff.
Yeah, so you notice the loading of the images. Everything's sort of just, look, we're trying to make art and NFTs and everything on Cardano look as beautiful as possible.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very good. So we can explore up here, click on our little things. Now I see explore and I see collections. So collections.
Yeah, so the explore part is definitely focused more on the NFTs themselves, right? And as that fills up, we'll start to promote those that, we've literally just opened the secondary marketplace, but that'll end up being what promotes anything that's just been listed. So that'll start to fill up and change quite quickly. We feel that it's one of the snappiest searches around.
It seems really responsive.
Yeah, one of the things that we do is we calculate the attributes and rarity and tag them up for each of the NFTs, for each of the collections in the NFTs. And that allows us to do a few things, right? If you scroll back to collection, or even use a top search, and type in, what's an example? I'm using, let's just use Boss Cat, for example.
All right.
Yeah, and if we look at the Rocket Club, the second.
Oh, did I click something? Let me go back.
No, that's
Boss Cat.
Oh, no, maybe I think you're on the right spot. I was going to get you to open up the collection.
Okay. Here we go. So Boss Cat, we have the collections at the top, and then it also has specific NFT results. But you
click on the third row.
Yeah, so we'll go to Boss Cat Rockets Club here, and it takes us to a collection page.
Yeah, so we're big on, so a few of the features here, again, if you bottom right click, you can have a look at the live listener, which will now report upon everything that's happening in Boss.
Oh, so this
that's cool.
Yeah, if you click that little eyeball that you see on top of the NFT cards.
Yes.
Not click, but hover. You'll get a little attribute flip around.
Extra, yeah.
You can have a look at the scorecard as well. So on that, that'll give you its status, its rarity, and also an estimate. Now we want to be clear about that. We're not, guide. It's not so much a price guide as it is more of what did that NFT's peers sell for or are being listed for. So we run a simple algorithm across the attribute range of the NFTs, and that'll give you an average price. So that I know that's happened when I definitely entered in the NFT space, and a lot of my friends that have as well. The first thing is am I being ripped off? How do you cover that off? Is providing some small and light guardrails with respect to what something's worth. Up the top, if you click on insights, you can see that. Again, extremely snappy. We integrate with Open CNFT tools, CNFT tools, and a few of the others to produce the data. But what's cool is that rarity chart in the middle. You can see the floor up and down. There's some outlier data items there that cause the pattern not to be anywhere near as apparent. But what that's showing you there is you've got the rarity on the y-axis. So those that are further down the bottom are more rare. Those that are close to the top are less rare. And the x-axis is horizontal. So those farther to the right are more expensive, and those farther to the left are cheaper. So what you end up finding is those that are on the bottom left of that curve end up being the best deals out of the 10K on the blockchain, right? So they're those that represent those that are the highest in rarity and cheapest. So we're turning that sort of part of our, our sniping tool. What we'll end up doing, again, another bit of alpha is, we're hearing a lot now of, priority submission to the blockchain.
Oh yeah, we've been hearing that with.
So we'll be building and releasing our turbo submission over the coming weeks too. So that and again we will probably restrict that to the Supercube holders, or as we start to talk about our token, our token holders. Clay's a good one as well.
Oh yeah, I'm attracted to Cardano personally, but Clay's.
Can I actually show something cool I just found?
Yeah, please.
So obviously, naturally, I had to search Amnium Sky. Actually, if you want to search it, their blocks. Sorry, I was looking for my button. But if you look at their holders,
that's
an insight. I mean, this is just cool. I haven't seen this data before, but like how it steps from each.
Here we go.
Interesting. The graph, the blue graph.
Wait. Oh, this graph. Okay, I was looking.
Yeah, I don't know. It was just interesting how it's like. I haven't seen this data before.
So cool. It increases. And then they flip it. You can see the line of flipping right there.
That's a flipper pattern.
And now it's holding steady. Hold.
So I just wanted to. I noticed that and thought it was cool. We talk about Aeon here a lot, so
yeah.
Is it true the rumors? Like, okay, so the conspiracy theory is that Tyler is the face behind.
I think
Chatty like started.
Chatty's actually met the real Aeonium Sky.
Yeah,
and he's spreading rumors that it's Tyler.
Ever since
See, this is why I come to the news to debunk all of these conspiracy theories.
Yes. Well, we know that Aeon was in New York for NYC NFT, and people met Aeon. We did not, unfortunately. So the secret is still a little opaque on our end. This is really wild. Yeah, I really like this. A lot of times marketplaces will exist or they'll launch, and you'll go to their insight page and it'll say coming soon, and it'll say that for a year and a half. And what the hell?
Look, it's almost out of selfishness. Like when I bounce around between a few different websites, I end up getting lost and forgetting what I'm doing. I think I'm maybe getting a few years too on, but so if you can avoid somebody from darting off your website to grab the statistics, and again, from our perspective, we're not here to compete with the tools. I think that the tools websites that are out there, they do a great job at aggregating and making sense of our data. What we as a marketplace would like to do is just pick and choose some of the real enabling aspects of the data. Like, what is it that you actually need when you're trying to find an NFT for sale or when you're selling that? Not so much. Well, it's deep enough. It provides the safe room, as Ali likes to put it, for traders, and enough, without overcooking it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we feel that search is like, that's just as snappy as it gets.
It is.
Yeah.
A lot of flies. All right. Awesome. Well, what is there anything on here that you feel we have not taken a look at yet and that you'd like to show off?
No, I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, like look, I've noticed a few issues as you've been demoing to me for the first time. I guess look, us as a platform, we've been around for a good 9 months now, and we'll continue to be around for the foreseeable. So we really look forward to continually, I guess, patching this up and improving it to the cadence that we've done to date.
For example.
There's another one. I'd say that's a null image issue. But yeah, look, little bits and pieces that we'll continue to fix up.
That is.
We look forward to improving the platform. Look, as you've said, look, not everything's going to be perfect straight away. We'll get there.
Yeah.
We're really hoping that the community comes along, trades with us, and supports, a new entry or competitor to the space. Really try to push the entire space forward.
Be good to just chime in as well, because there's been a lot on the marketplace, but from a creator launchpad side, which is my forte, As the brand, we're building a community with meritocracy at the heart. Traditionally in the art world, it's incredibly elitist, and fortunate ones who go to the best art schools or live in the major cities that have connections, that they know a gallerist, they're the ones that get seen and get ahead. But that is, it creates a very homogenized perspective, and the world needs new ideas, and slowly but surely, and speeding up with a more decentralized economy, we're actually achieving that, and then through our campaigns, not only for Pride and International Women's Day, and to really raise up the underrepresented and underappreciated communities, we're really focusing on those creator spotlights as well. So really, it doesn't matter your socioeconomic, your background, your beliefs, your orientation, preference, whatever. It's based on your skills, on the merit of your your talent, your work. And because we are a team of huge-hearted humans, we really are there to take people on that journey, because we love it too, and going back to Magic Flow and the team on the tech side, really have built a, hopefully you've seen from that, short demo, but a really highly intuitive platform to use, which means that anyone can use it. And it's just, it's good to be here and grow together, and we look forward to meeting so many amazing people.
Also, to chime in, talking to creators for a good minute. I've been around the block now for 2 years. It's not difficult to transition, your pieces. You're looking at your wallet and you're like, oh, I have to delist, I have to relist, and do all those kind of things. It's actually a pretty easy process that I'm like fangirling over for how to, just as you would normally verify your project. It's a pretty smooth process on our end, but I saw in the comments, and I don't think Magic Flows had a chance to brag about this other thing that we've got called Super Cubes, and talking about NFTs. Maybe we can share a little bit more about this new thing that we've shared with the communities on the Degen side.
Yeah. Do we have time?
Yep. Let's do a quick one. Let's do a few.
No, cool. I'll be as quick as I can with that. So Super Cubes, they're kind of cool. So with Vasil Hard Fork, we and that's for the technical guys. Out came the ability for us in smart contracts to reference other transactions and other data in the form of what they call inline data on chain. And so effectively, what Super Cubes are is that we hold a set of NFTs, and we started out with 50 NFTs that sit within a smart contract. Those NFTs never leave that smart contract, but they're responsible for inscribing a transaction onto the Cardano blockchain with a policy and a commission fee. So we've adjusted our marketplace smart contracts to effectively be open in that respect, that the chain actually influences their conditions. So we've built in a couple of features. They're not all implemented yet. We've built in, the ability to have capped transactions per policy. We haven't actually opened that up from a UI, but at the moment it's a sort of dormant feature. But also the ability to change that commission percent. So if a founder or project owner comes along, they can simply come and verify their collection on Dropspot. So dropspot.io/verify. Which will allow them to onboard their collection, where they can maintain banner photos, all the information around that, the meta, and that gives them a spot to purchase a Super Cube. So we're flipping the commission model as an opt-in approach for projects to come in if they feel that that's something of their benefit. But as a project owner, they can effectively gift their community free trading on Dropspot by subscribing to a Super Cube for 30 days. And that's it in a nutshell.
That's really interesting. Yeah, that's wild. What? When is that going to be available?
That was with this release, so that's on. Yeah, that's awesome. Go time. So like Keyboard Warriors Club was a great early supporter of us. We've talked to over sort of 40 projects over the last few weeks in introducing these. Widely, they've been so well received because it is flipping the model a little bit for us commercially. It means that we get to, number one, have a good reason to talk to the project owners, and that's been great. learning and hearing from each of those. Awesome. Number two, those that see commercial sense in it are picking it up because it's a gift to their community. And number three, it allows us to partner up with the projects and promote them in the same way that we've done with our creators and artists. So yeah, that's super kids for us. Great.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'm glad that people are jumping on that. That's cool.
I'm trying to wrap my head around it. So
and I don't take credit for this. I've got an absolute amazing lead engineer, Gavin, who's just been working on chain for in smart contracts and Plutus for way too long now. Sorry, Tyler.
No worries. You said subscribe for 30 days though. Is this sort of like an on-chain? I don't know if this is the right word, but like sponsorship that's handled on-chain in a way. I don't know if sponsorship is the right word, but
no, it's all completely on chain, and that's one of the beautiful parts of it is that the NFT is purchased completely outside of our marketplace.
Okay.
You come in and subscribe to that. You're asked to put in a policy ID, so we know which policy to change your commission for.
Mm-hmm.
You're not verified on that. Anybody, you don't have to be the project owner. Anybody can come along and purchase the Supercube if they love their community so much. But at the moment, we're talking to the owners themselves. That will then put the transaction on chain, and we know where that transaction exists. So in our marketplace smart contract, we'll be looking at the policy and said, is there a commission override on one of the Supercube NFTs for this policy? That's the kind of the logic walkthrough.
Oh, okay. So you guys are just starting with 50 to get things going, and then
we might limit them. We might not mint more. We might keep them something that hopefully one day get fought over. I'm not sure if we'll get there in the near term, but ultimately we have the ability to make more. But at the moment we've started with 50. Just keep that exclusivity up and to see how we go. There's only a few left as well.
Great. Well, I'm glad that we got some Supercube details in there.
That's really interesting.
That's good to know. Well, we're coming to the end of the segment, so we like to ask you guys if you have any shout outs or any final info you wanna throw at us before we close up.
I have a shout out. These guys have been very busy with marketplace and one artist conversation, but we had a partnership with Future Fest for Pride Month. At the end of this month, there will be a Pride Fest, metaverse concert and art gallery event. And all of the artists from our NFT with Pride campaign will be on display in that gallery. So Future Fest, being an underrated project, I think overall deserves the shout out there.
Yeah.
And then doing good. I don't know if anyone's had a chance to see yet, but there's this thing called Cardano Spot. It's actually from Emergo. We've had a beautiful entanglement between the two chains and everything. And so it's nice to see them providing something as well. And they had a beautiful space this morning that was Cardano for Good. So they're also taking part in that and helping out projects that are doing good for the ecosystem. So
legit.
That's awesome.
I'd like to add to that as we're on the topic of doing good. As Ali mentioned briefly before, and I think I said that we, is Pride Month during June, and we do have a campaign called NFT with Pride, which pays homage to the brave people that started the movement, but also celebrating the creativity from our LGBTQIA+ friends today. So we would love people to check that out and support and pick up your first NFT from DropSpot.
All right.
I'd just like to say thank you so much to you guys for having us on. It's been great. Appreciate the format and appreciate everyone's time and enthusiasm.
Thank you guys.
Love to have you guys. This was great.
Yeah.
And what a treat. Yeah, nice mug. What a treat to get to see this thing and talk to you guys on launch day and really, jump right in and see even, I think the bugs and whatnot, the very few bugs that we did see, it's the charm of the launch day interview. So I'm very happy that we did this. Thank you guys again for coming.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Awesome. I'm going to send you guys back and we're going to move now to the news. So we'll catch you guys next time.
Thank you.
Bye.
See you guys.
Awesome. Wow. Well, we're here now with some CNFT news. It's been a while since we've really had some news to share, but we do. And, we're going to start off with some marketplace news because, things are happening out there. We've got one launching and we've got one officially shutting down.
Wow, yeah, true.
CNFT.io officially closing their doors, probably to make room for DropSpot. I assume, it was a direct, just they closed, the other one's open. But they're saying that, you can delist your assets. You can't trade anymore. That's over. But, you're still able to access the site, delist your assets, and they're encouraging everyone to do that and thanking everyone for their support. CNFT.io was there before there was anything. And it's a good thing because it wasn't perfect. Maybe let's reminisce for a second here.
Yeah, honestly. So, it wasn't perfect, but it was like all we had for so long.
Yeah. So some of the fun memories of CNFT.io, you would try to buy something and there's no smart contracts. They didn't exist. So you would buy something and the seller would have to manually approve the sale, which was a big problem.
Oh, yeah. And you had 24 hours. If you didn't do it within 24 hours, it would get...
and they added a thing to like penalize you if you did not.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
You put up a sale and it canceled on somebody. They would like give you a timeout or whatever. Oh, man. Crazy. I remember sending things and you're just sitting there thinking like, I really hope they accept the offer, and if there was some price fluctuation, like if things were moving fast, and they do sometimes, 24 hours is way too long.
Yeah.
And so you'd submit this thing and you would just hope, and then maybe when you're sleeping you'd get an NFT in your wallet.
The other thing too is when remember that was like the only place I was getting the ADA price. Like,
oh yeah, you go to check ADA price.
Yeah, like I would just like go to CNFT.io because it would just have the ADA price up there.
Good. Well,
but damn, yeah,
this is all that's left. They did a rebrand, but it just wasn't enough, and it's over now.
I wonder what's gonna end up with that. What's gonna happen with that domain?
Ooh, true.
It's a nice domain.
Good domain. All right. Well, that's a little bit of sad news. Let's go into happier things. Danketsu. All right. We got phase 2 of the Danketsu hustle missions. So you can send your donks, as they call them, out on missions and beyond, or around and beyond Nirvana, which is their lands. You can use your ninja coins to gain item buffs, select a team to progress, and win clout among your clan. Clan clout is what it's all about. That's really awesome. I mean, love to see continued development. Danketsu. I still say Ada Ninjas in my head, though.
Yeah.
It's going to take a little bit to transition that out. But that's great. I'm actually kind of lost the news doc. Where the heck did I put that? Oh, I have it here. Okay. All right. So that's a little Danketsu missions. Very cool. So it's like staking, isn't it? Missions is just really short-term staking in a way. You put your guy in and you lock them and they go on their mission. They come back, they give you some stuff, and you move on. It's pretty cool. All right, next up we got JPEG tokens. It's happening. We've been talking about it for a little bit, but some details here about XP leaderboards and seasons for JPEG tokens. We're just going to take a look at this thread here. I'll zoom in. So first up, experience points. All buying and selling of NFTs will grant you experience. This includes all past volume traded since the creation of JPEG Store.
Wow.
So I should get some experience. I have not been doing much or any buying and selling at all for like months.
Really?
But back in the hell we're trading. Right now I'm just sitting on stuff I like. You can also earn experience from other sources, including challenges. And we saw some of these, which were really cool. And you can see here a bit of a challenge. There you go. Purchase NFTs, list NFTs, make collection offers. These are just examples of what sort of challenges they'll have, but they're gamifying their whole site. Seasons. Part 2. Apex seasons will be periods of time where they have unique themes and initiatives to earn experience. And season 1 will be 30 days long. It's launching soon. 100% EXP boost. So get at it. They're trying to attract some initial users to their new system. That's pretty cool. And of course, leaderboards. Why have experience if you don't have leaderboards? That would be crazy. We got some great leaderboards info here, so you can show off your journey to the top. You just get to have your name and PFP right in front of everybody. I wonder who it's going to be. I wonder if I'll recognize people who are on. I won't be on there, guaranteed. But maybe some people I know.
Like Fahami, or
actually,
yeah.
Some of them whales.
Oh yeah.
So we got the all-time leaderboard, which never resets, and then seasonal leaderboards. Classic. So they'll be having some more reveals about different listing types and et cetera, et cetera. So basically, stay tuned, and this will come soon, quote unquote. We'll find out soon. All right, let's go to our next story. You want to take this one, Tyler?
Yeah, sure. Endmaker. So Endmaker looks like they're hosting Cardano Gaming Showcase.
Yes.
Is this a new event, or? I'm not sure if I've seen it.
I mean, it is an event, I guess, in that it takes place on a certain day at a certain time. But it seems like interview. Looks like there are 15-minute slots here. I assume it's some sort of interview.
Oh, yep.
Now, I noticed Cardania is not on there, which I added a little chat there encouraging them to add Cardania. But, you can't get everybody. Cornucopias, that'll be interesting to see. Can you believe they're still doing stuff? I'm so impressed by all these.
Cardano Warriors, oh, yeah.
I had a rare warrior a while ago. I sold it for quite a profit, I should add. But it was the only one I had. I minted it way, way back when.
Mm-hmm.
And, I go back and forth. Do I regret it? I don't think I regret it. But I'd still like to have it. That was fun, so,
I know what you're saying.
So this will be cool. We got Future Fest on there. That's a good one. And of course, lots of other good ones as well. Rogue Galaxies, really?
Well, they have made
I stopped
slight comeback.
Yeah.
During the Endmaker, they did their, I think, 2-year show. They were doing some type of event like last month, and they touched on what happened very briefly. I mean, I don't even remember it too much, but they haven't disappeared, is what I'm trying to say.
Well, I mean, I have a lot of ships, so well, yeah. All right, well, let's go on to Garo Wallet. New feature alert. Woo! Media player. So you can enjoy your music NFTs without ever leaving your wallet. Now that's interesting. Now that is interesting.
Damn, that looks really nice.
P-Tobes likes it. Awesome.
I wonder if that
Don't use it. So I don't know.
I'm gonna try it out. I wonder if it if it's like one NFT, or if it combines all your NFTs into a library. You know what I mean?
Like it's a library, because
actually, yeah, true.
I mean, looking at this, those are different things. Now, what I wonder. Now, Cardania dropped an album, right?
Yeah.
But their album is in a player, but I think they're also files. So I think it'll probably work. All right, that's good.
Oh, cool.
All right. And then a little bit more news here from the Ape Society.
Yeah.
Levy. You want to tell us about Levy, Tyler?
Yes. It's open to. So what is Levy? This is open to everyone in Cardano. Levy Finance is an innovative peer-to-peer NFT lending protocol that allows NFT owners to access instant liquidity from lenders at efficient market rates.
Okay.
So it sounds pretty cool.
Give us more deets.
Yeah. How does it work? By fixing interest rates and loan duration, lenders compete on loan value for assets.
Okay.
Levy provides the best opportunity for borrowers and attractive yield generation for lenders.
If you say so. I don't really understand all of this.
Yeah.
Taking NFTs and getting loans against them. It freaks me out a little bit. It feels so real.
What do you mean? In what way?
The whole thing. You basically have to give your NFT over to them, and then you get it, or to a contract, and then you get some cash or some ADA.
Oh yeah.
Around with that, and then what? You have to pay it back to get your NFT back.
I'm assuming there's probably like a duration that's set, and then like if you don't pay it back in that time, I'm assuming then the lender gets your NFT.
There's a lot of details about lending and loaning and stuff. I'm trying to see anything that really pops.
This is a cool service, though. I mean, it does make sense. Like someone may not, like you may not have wanted to sell your Cardano Warrior, but you may have needed the money,
right?
Like,
yeah.
But like, well,
yeah,
we all, yeah. That's a difficult thing.
I don't like that part.
Yeah, true. I mean, maybe it would be useful for flippers, like people like flipping.
I was thinking.
Also,
it feels a little risky.
Yeah. Also, people playing the market, like you could like kind of, in a way, do what Gucci was doing. Like you could kind of, if you wanted to, bet high. And
is that still going on, Gucci?
I think so. I think everyone's building right. What I'm hoping is happening, everyone's just building right now. Things are getting together, and then once things get going,
all the new people will come and they'll say they're in a wonderland. They say all the things we can do.
True.
Look at all the features.
Exactly. I mean, that is what's happening.
I think so. All right, cool. Well, that's the main news. I guess we could switch over, look at some shoes real quick here.
Oh yeah.
7. Oh, what? Video is unavailable. Don't give me that. What? Okay. I was going to say that video is not unavailable. Please. So Shadow Souls are minting now. And, they're shoes. They're pretty cool. They're not necessarily... They're mostly it's art, There will be utility as well, but this is not like a buy for utility sort of thing. You'll get a little bit. We'll give you a piece of utility. You get some airdrops and stuff, but this is just to support the project more or less. But you'll also get a clearance level. So anybody who's real invested in Facility 7 will know that over at the Office of Advancement, you can pick yourself up a clearance level badge, level 1. And if you do have a level 1 badge, this shoe will act as level 2 clearance, but only if you've got that.
Oh shit! I kind of forgot about that.
So that's where that airdrop and whatnot is going to come in. Only if you have both assets, and you can only get the the badge with data. You have to have data tokens to get that. Whereas the shoe, you can pay with data to get a extreme discount here, basically, or basically 10 ADA per data discount, or you can just mint straight up with ADA. And, we're not really pushing these so much, but I like to make people aware of them.
You know what I'm noticing? Every time I see someone post them, people seem like they're getting like the exact one that like matches their personality every time. Like, I don't know how it's happening.
You're saying that it's like a tarot pull or something.
Yeah.
We wanted them to have a lot of personality for that.
They definitely do.
Yeah.
They're super cool.
Love these. These were a lot of fun. But if you're looking for something that's more, interactive and more something that will have direct utility and gameplay, in fact, stick around. Facility 7 will be announcing this huge new thing soon. So stick around. We're getting there. All right, everybody. That's the news. We did a great job. Sounds great. I'm glad that we're still doing this.
Yeah, honestly.
Sometimes last week, I don't know, Pete was on. He didn't seem that happy, but usually, we're feeling good. But let's, I think we'll bring it to an end unless you have any updates or something you want to share, Tyler.
No, nothing.
Keep it on the...
Actually, I guess there's a little thing. So I got accepted for the Reddit thing. So like I got in, but like my piece is like actually gonna be in it now. So
that's sick.
Yeah.
Do Do you have to try and mint one, like along?
I'm
with
not
the whole
sure.
rest of everyone?
I know. In the first, I'm not sure what happened with the last generation, but the first two, the artist got the number one of each series because a bunch of them like started selling them to like whales and like that shit's
right.
staying in that shit's staying in my wallet.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, that's very exciting. And
Yeah.
if I ever had it, if the app would ever let me actually buy one, I would try to buy one.
It's not going to be for a while, I think.
Well, maybe the app will be working by then. Well, actually, wait, Reddit's doing this. A little bit of Reddit news. I don't know if you guys are aware.
Oh, yeah.
But all third-party Reddit apps are being forced to shut down.
Well, they're not
$20 million
Yep.
per year. And that's apps, not just apps like Reddit is fun or whatever that you use to access Reddit, but also apps like back-end stuff and moderation tools and all sorts of stuff.
Yep.
Reddit is apparently getting ready to go public, and they are trying to just they're trying to own it, I guess.
That
they're
makes
trying to
sense.
have full control. And,
you know what's so interesting
works.
about that, though? What's so interesting about that? Because have you seen the blackout that's starting?
Yes. And I'm considering getting our subreddit in there as well, the RPG horror stories.
Yeah, nudes. I think we're honestly, if you're doing it, maybe we should message because I want to see nudes because nudes is talking about it with CNFT.
I'd like to do it. I got to talk to my mod because he's been running the thing more than I have. So
okay, same with CNFT.
Yeah.
All right, whatever. But what's interesting, I was thinking about it today, is like yeah, they want to own it, but like with all this
who really owns it?
Yeah, exactly. Like, because the subreddits, like, they could just all subreddits could go black, and then Reddit's nothing. Like,
well, Reddit could come in and kick all the mods out and take all subreddits and just say no more mods. We're auto moderating it with ChatGPT plugins now. And
gosh, I mean that is true.
So we'll see what happens, but I wouldn't be surprised by much at this point.
Do you think if you had to lean, do you think they'll budge, or do you think no? Yeah,
nobody ever budges.
True.
Twitch will budge sometimes. Recently, Twitch walked back some of their content. It doesn't matter. I don't think they're going to budge because they wouldn't have made this insane decision if they weren't like, well, they have a vision and they're moving forward with it. And
you know what's funny? Twitter's the one who kind of started that. Because I think it's like the same price for Twitter, and Elon did that like 2 months ago. It might be starting a trend. Crazy.
Well, I'm interested in finding another platform.
Blue Sky. I know. I'm starting next week. I'm gonna be getting 2 invite codes a week. So I'll give them to you and then to the community too. But that's like perfect. Yeah.
All right, everybody. That's been a good end of show chat. I like that. Let's wrap this thing up. Taking a look into the future. I don't think we have a guest scheduled yet, but I've got one in mind. Actually, they were on Cardania. It was Splash, who's doing lots of different stuff. Art Bank, Art Boards, Monet Society. He's seen a lot of stuff, but we might be able to get him on. Anyways, we're going to get somebody on, and we're going to have a lot of fun. Now, what we do have scheduled, Facility 7 playtests every Friday at 6 p.m. and every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern Times. Marbles with Cardania and CNFT News / Facility 7 at 11 p.m. Eastern Time every Friday. And at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on Sundays, we have Facility 7 movie night. This Sunday, we're watching The Matrix with Jub. So we're going to have a really good time. It's going to be a great one. I'm really looking forward to it.
Oh, yeah.
And last week we watched The Animatrix to prep ourselves to watch The Matrix. You really, you got to marinate. Matrix has a lot going on.
Yeah. Is Animatrix animated version?
Yeah, it's like 6 or 7 shorts put into one movie. It's basically just shorts in a row, all different artists. Many of which based on the Matrix comics, which I have a giant tome of, which are beautiful and really interesting concepts being explored. Some stuff that adds to the movies directly using characters from the movies. Some stuff that's not in the movies, backstory, other stuff that's just part of the world. It explores it a bit. definitely recommend it if you've not seen the animation.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna check it out.
Very good, and it's short, so you can just stop after a little bit and pick it up.
Mhm.
It's like TV show. All right, everybody. Now we're gonna end the news. We did a good one. That's right. All right. See you next week.
Another fun episode.
Nice. So I've been trying to get this COG game design document together. I'm glad that I've been taking this time because we're coming up with some awesome stuff.
Yeah.
That's gonna, I think, take it to the next level. But I'm still organizing it. It's pretty organized, but it's not quite ready for review. But I do want to direct your attention to a new channel in the Facility 7 Discord.
Okay.
COG Smithy, which is a private channel. I've dropped a couple concepts, some concept art for what COGs might look like.
Oh shit! That was like crazy. Okay.
Know what I'm saying?
Yep.
They're not
Yeah.
just mid-journey to get there, but
So these would be like different tiers
so
in a way.
we were discussing this, and I think what we landed on, what we'd like to try and do is have the basic, so that metal one would be what they all look like when you
The
buy
top
them.
one,
Yeah,
the skull one.
Yeah, and then the outside is a trait. So you would basically get your, probably, I don't know, it might even be the first trait when you level your COG up, would be one of these types of things. It changes the frame, if you will, to one of these. And then probably we had talked about material as being a trait. So maybe material would be the next upgrade. So maybe it's just a metal frame of the net, or it doesn't have to be metal, but whatever. It begins as metal, and then you upgrade it, and it's diamond or something. So like with 2 upgrades, the first one would take it from the first COG there to the second one, right? And that's what the frame would look like. And then the next upgrade would turn that second frame into translucent crystal or something, and that would be a trait upgrade. Maybe.
Would all COGs have the same traits? Because that's one thing that
I think so. Well, go ahead.
Because the way I'm thinking of having it set up is we would have all the possible combinations, and then each time we render a new, because something like this, if we're doing multiple, it would be something like I set it up and then like let it render for like 20 minutes or whatever, or however long it takes for all the things. So with that, like it would, if they were all like the same I'm trying to say it in context of what you're saying, but I don't know if it's making sense.
For some reason, the stream is still rolling.
Oh shit!
Stream.
Yeah, but it is.
Well, you guys are hearing a little. I mean, M. Marsh is definitely hearing some alpha here. So this is a bit of COG stuff. The COGs are coming. That's what I'm going to say. I ended it. Like, it played the outro. I don't understand why it's still going. I'm going to click end stream again. So you guys got a little peek. I don't think we said anything really. It was more visual. That's the real thing. So you can imagine what that might look like. Let's try this again.